What do you get when you combine holiday Rice Krispies with gingerbread marshmallows? A fun and unique twist to the classic Rice Krispies treat that's perfect to enjoy this holiday season. Stick around to find out how to make these gingerbread Rice Krispie treats for yourself. Hi, my name is Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. And today we're making gingerbread Rice Krispie treats. Now, if this sounds like something that you would like to try out for yourself, or you're just simply a fan of gingerbread or Rice Krispie treats in general, then please give this video a like. And if you are new here and you're enjoying the content that you are seeing here so far, then please smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever I make a new baking tutorial or short. I make new baking content every week, and my content is suitable for beginners and experienced bakers alike. So if that sounds like you, and you don't mind a little bit of self-deprecating humor sprinkled here and there from time to time, then why don't you stick around for a little bit and make yourselves comfortable. And who knows, you might actually learn something new from me too while you're at it. So basically, these are Rice Krispies treats that has been flavored with some gingerbread seasonings and spices and is topped with a white chocolate drizzle and some crushed ginger snaps for a treat that's not only perfect for the holidays and is also really fun to make as well. These Rice Krispies treats are also perfectly spiced as well. So basically, you can think of these as being like a gingerbread cookie, but all without the extra effort that you have to put into them. This is also a wonderful activity to do with the kids, as this is a pretty straightforward and simple recipe, and you can even cut them into little shapes if you like and decorate them like you would with a gingerbread man or whatever your little heart desires. The only limitation is your creativity. So without further ado, let's get started on these gingerbread Rice Krispies treats, shall we? So let's get started on these Rice Krispies treats. You only need a few simple ingredients to make these squares, so let's try to pack as much flavor into them as possible to really help these squares stand out. And it all starts by toasting our Rice Krispies. So to an extra large baking tray, add in 8 cups or about 240 grams of Rice Krispies and spread it on an even layer. Toast them in a 350-degree oven or 177 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes or until the Rice Krispies has a golden brown color to them. Of course, you can skip this step and leave them plain, but since these are no-bake, we really want to pack as much flavor into them as possible, and by toasting the cereal, it provides a deeper and slightly richer flavor to the squares. Once the cereal has toasted, set them aside to cool, and let's quickly grease our pans. Grease a 9 by 13 inch rectangular pan with some non-stick spray or butter, and then line it with some parchment paper. Then grease the paper with some more grease to really help prevent the Rice Krispie treats from sticking to the pan. And also, as an added bonus, if you use butter here, it adds a slight buttery note to the treats. Hey, I'll take any extra flavor that I can get here. Now, let's mix together our spices since we really have to work quickly with these treats, and it's best to mix them together than to try and do them separately. So, to a small container, add in 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoons of ground cloves, 3/4 teaspoons of allspice, 3/4 teaspoons of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and just toss together until combined. And now we can finally begin on our squares. This step moves by very quickly, so make sure to have everything close by so that you don't risk overcooking your squares. To a large pot, melt down 3/4 cups or 170 grams of salted butter over medium heat, and don't even think about using unsalted butter here. Even if you were to add in extra salt to compensate, the salt wouldn't fully melt, and instead it'll just make your treats a little too salty, so please try and stick to salted butter here. And of course we are going to be browning this butter to make these treats extra rich. Plus, it's gingerbread, and gingerbread and molasses goes wonderfully with the rich and nutty flavor of brown butter, so of course that's a must here. And once the butter has fully melted and browned, add in 1/3 cup or about 117 grams of fancy molasses and give it a quick stir. It will foam up a bit when you add it in, so be careful here. Then add in 16 ounces or about 454 grams of marshmallows, so about a pack and a half of mini marshies. And if you have homemade marshmallows, that works even better here. I use my gingerbread chai marshmallows to give these treats a double dose of gingerbread in them. I'll leave the recipe link for them in the description box down below if you're also interested in giving those a try. You'll thank me later once you try them. Stir the marshmallows in the pot until it has almost completely melted, but make sure not to overcook these or the sugars in the marshmallows will caramelize and your treats will be too hard when you go and cut them. That is how I somehow messed up the last time, so take it from me and don't overdo it. Once the marshmallows have pretty much melted, remove from the heat and quickly add in your spices. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of optional orange extract, and a pinch of salt, and give it a quick stir before adding in your Rice Krispies. Coat the Rice Krispies in the marshmallow mixture until it's fully coated. Pour the Rice Krispie mixture into the prepared pan and gently spread the mixture to fit the pan. You may want to grease your spatula so that it doesn't stick to it. And just make sure not to pack it down too tightly. You just want it tight enough so that it's nice and secure in the pan. And just look at how pretty our Rice Krispies treats look, you guys. Of course you can enjoy these plain if you like, but as always, I want to add a little something extra to make them even more special, so we have to allow the Rice Krispies treats to cool at room temperature for at least an hour before we can do anything else with them. Once the Rice Krispies treats have completely cooled and set, cut them into squares, and because I like my treats to be big, I like to use a ruler to get those perfectly sized squares. Cut the treats into 2.5 by 3 inch rectangles. Of course, you can cut them into any size you like, or even use cutters here, or even eyeball it if you're like gifted or something. But for best results, try to be as precise as possible. But then again, these are Rice Krispies treats, and I'm pretty sure kids are not going to be too fussy if one square is bigger than the other, so honestly, to each their own. And just like that, you have a perfect little square. You can enjoy these plain, or be a little extra like me, and let's make some royal frosting, so to speak, for these squares. Chop up 6 ounces or 170 grams of white chocolate and melt it over a double boiler until fully melted. You can also do this in the microwave if you prefer and melt it in 20-second increments and stir it each time and continue to melt it until the chocolate has fully melted. Then add in 1.5 tablespoons of fresh orange juice and mix it into the melted chocolate until fully combined. And don't worry if the chocolate looks like it's going to seize. Your chocolate is going to be just fine. Just continue to stir it until it's nice and smooth, and everything will be just perfect. Then add to a piping bag, or in my case, a Ziploc bag, because I'm just feeling too lazy to put this into a proper piping bag. And just add some zigzags on top. And remember earlier when you saw that box of ginger snaps that we were going to add on top of these treats? Yeah, no, we're not going to be using that. We're instead going to be using some homemade ginger snaps. So crush up about 4 to 15 ginger snap cookies to make up a cup of crushed ginger snaps. The amount will depend on the size of the cookie, and it took me about 4 of my homemade cookies to make a cup. Then sprinkle those crumbs on top, like really give them a generous sprinkle of those cookie crumbs. Let's make them nice and cute here. And your gingerbread Rice Krispie treats are finally complete. And this was a really simple recipe to come up with, and this is definitely a fun and simple treat that you can try out with the kids. And it's really tasty too. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope that you have a lot of fun making them as you will be decorating them and enjoying them too.
And there you have it, gingerbread Rice Krispies treats, a classic treat that has been given a holiday makeover and has outstanding flavor throughout.
Plus, it has the added bonus of being fun and really simple to make as well. Man, does this look really good. I actually want to try one of these, if you don't mind. Okay, so this is wonderfully chewy, tastes just like a gingerbread, and unlike the last time I made something like this at school, this isn't rock hard. Yeah, I actually messed up on making Rice Krispies treats, and it's like literally the easiest recipe ever, and it's like, who does that? Like, who does that? So yeah, anyways, if you're interested in hearing that story on how that actually happened, or you're interested in hearing about another kitchen mishap that I've encountered, then please let me know what you think of that idea in the comment section. But seriously though, these gingerbread Rice Krispies treats are on point, and I consider this a win, and that's something I can rarely say for myself, considering I tend to be a real hot mess in the kitchen from time to time, so I like to take the small victories that I can get and celebrate them. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's recipe and you like what you see here and you're excited to try out these gingerbread Rice Krispies treats for yourselves, then please give this video a like and leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of them, especially if you're going to give this recipe a try. Share this video so that others can also try their hand at making their own gingerbread Rice Krispies treats for themselves. And if you're not already following me, but you enjoyed the baking content that I do on here, then please smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever I make a new baking tutorial or short. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Both usernames are Tiff's Patisserie, and the full written recipe to today's gingerbread Rice Krispies treats will be on my website, tiffspatisserie.wordpress.com. The link to that is in the description box down below. And until next time, you guys, stay safe out there, peace out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and devour the rest of these treats. So I'll see you guys next time.